Good morning, viewer. I want to welcome you to my channel where we speak about the health of our bodies and available natural remedies that can help us whenever we are sick. And even when we get sick, we need to take care of our bodies so that we do not fall into the stage of getting sick. As usual, I'm your presenter, I'm your health coach, I'm your friend, I'm your parent, I'm your sister, Pamela Okwany. Today we want to talk about our liver, and I've given it the title of A Crying Liver. A crying liver. When you hear the word crying, it means that there's a discomfort. So before any organ comes crumbling down, it has to start by crying. I know you are wondering, how can an internal organ start crying? How will I know that it is crying? That is why we are here, my dear viewer, so that we get to understand when the liver starts crying, what can make it to cry? How do you identify when it is crying? And are there any natural remedies that we can use to prevent it from crying or to reverse the trend? And now, when you talk about a crying liver, that is actually the beginning of a problem that the liver may have. I want to remind you, my dear viewer, that liver is one of the largest internal organ. I know that by now you might understand, or you might have known, that of the major body organs, the biggest is the skin, or the largest is the skin. But of the internal organs, the largest is the liver. So whatever I meant by a crying liver, in other words, would be a fatty liver. A fatty liver. One of the organs that should not have fats surrounding it, or any organ, one of the organs that should not have fats in it, is the liver. Because any time that the liver has fats, it shall not be able to do its work properly. So when we talk about fatty liver disease, then we can term it as a crying liver, because anybody who cannot do his work properly will show some signs of crying. That is why we are talking about a crying liver, to mean a liver that is uncomfortable because of fats that are surrounding it. So fatty liver generally just means that the liver has too much fat. The liver has too much fat, which actually should not be the case. And today, it has been found that fatty liver is one of the major diseases that is affecting the liver in the present generation. So we'll go through and find out why is it becoming a common disease in our generation today. Why are our livers becoming too fatty to perform its work? Yeah, I want also to remind ourselves that the work of the liver is to detoxify, or to remove toxic elements from the body. Remember that any time that food material or nutrients from the digestive line gets into the blood system, they must pass through the hepatic portal vein for cleaning of any plastics, any metals, any toxic substances, so that before the blood moves to the next level of the heart or even the lungs, then it will find that now it is a blood that is better, or that is more healthy, without the toxic elements. Remember also that detoxifying, the work of detoxification that is done by the liver, is only possible when the liver is healthy. So anytime that the liver is not healthy, then the detoxification of the blood and the whole body in general is compromised. And that is why when we talk about fatty liver, it calls for understanding and seriousness when knowing that that is the major organ of cleaning our internal tissues and cells. The good news, dear viewer, is that the liver is one of the organs that is able to regenerate even after the extraction up to the level of 25%. If the liver would be destroyed and the only remaining live cells are only 25%, if you give it a good environment and good support, the liver is able to regenerate its new cells and become a full liver one more time. I want to remind you, dear viewer, that in case you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe so that we are able to move together and also learn. Also click the bell for any notification on any new subject that is coming up so that you're not left behind. As we go on, the best news is that the liver, the damage of the liver can be prevented. The fatty liver disease is preventable. First news is that the liver is able to regenerate itself. The second best news is that the fatty liver disease is preventable. So let's move ahead and see what can cause our liver to be fatty or to have a lot of fat that now it is disabled in its function of detoxification, that it is disabled in its function of production of bile. So number one, we have two types of fatty liver disease. There is alcoholic fatty liver disease and there is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. As the name suggests, alcoholic fatty liver disease comes as a result of prolonged consumption of alcohol. Remember that a disease, the body is intended to fight its way into health, but prolonged abuse or prolonged mishandling of an organ can now push it into suffering from a disease. So when you talk about alcoholic fatty liver disease, it means that this is a fatty liver disease that is coming in because of prolonged or many years or many months of using alcohol or many years of abusing alcohol. Alcohol, when you take it in large amounts, then of course now we call it abusing the alcohol. So when you have been abusing the alcohol for some time, know that you are a candidate for fatty liver disease. Type number 2 is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is sometimes called hepatic steatosis, it comes as a result of our choices of food, our choices of lifestyle, how we handle certain issues in our daily life. And if we mishandle our bodies over a prolonged period of time, then you'll find that we are bound to affect the liver, and the liver will not assist us as required. A sedentary lifestyle is one of the major causes of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Sedentary lifestyle. You move while seated. You might be blessed to have a vehicle, or today we have a lot of motorcycles or machineries moving around. So you daily, monthly, yearly find yourself walking too little or too few times. Then we can call that a sedentary lifestyle, and that will impact negatively in terms of your liver health. And another thing about non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, when you have or when you're suffering from type 2 diabetic, then you are likely also to suffer from non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, because as we shall be discussing ahead, you'll find that some of the causal factors of diabetic type 2 are actually and contributing factors to fatty liver disease. So lifestyle or choices of food that are high in sugar is one area or one aspect which shall cause you or can put you into the danger of suffering from fatty liver disease. So sugary foods over a long period of time, sweetened drinks over a long period of time, a lot of refined carbohydrates over a long period of time, overconsumption of fried foods or oily foods over a long period of time. This, my dear viewer, puts your liver at risk of suffering from fatty liver disease. It is a hidden disease that many a times only manifest when it is in the very last stages, and that is why it is very important to take precaution or to take preventive measures so that you don't fall victim of the fatty liver disease. Sometimes, in today's world, many of us have a tendency of over-the-counter painkillers. Any small discomfort, you go for a painkiller. Painkillers like Brufen, my dear viewer, will impact negatively on the health of your liver, and you may suffer unknowingly. Let us go into the signs. What can show you that your liver is crying? What can show you that your liver requires your attention? What can alert you that there's something wrong with your liver? Now, on the right-hand side, just below your rib cage, is the location of your liver. So anytime that you feel discomfort on the right-hand side below the rib cage, then suspect that the liver might be having a problem. But what are the signs that you can see on the outward? Number one, you will have a pale or black stool. Remember that the liver is responsible for the production of bile, which assists in the digestion of fats. The bile that is produced by the liver is stored in the gallbladder and then released into the duodenum for digestion or emulsification of fats. So when the liver is not comfortable, when the liver is not healthy, then of course the bile production will be interfered with, and so your poo or your fecal matter will be either pale or grayish or black stool. And most of the time, if you have a toilet where there is water, then this kind of stool will be floating because of the fat, undigested fats that are accompanying it because of lack of bile. Number two, you will find that a person with a crying liver or a person who is developing a fatty liver disease will have the right hand side will have some pressure on the right hand side. That is, when you eat, even with a small meal, you'll find that you feel like you're not able to consume more. Then the upper abdomen on the right hand side will have some discomfort or kind of pressure. Then you know that the liver is having a problem. This kind of pressure should be able to manifest itself immediately after eating. You're not able to eat much, you eat kidogo, you eat a small bit, but you find that you are having that discomfort on the right hand side of your abdomen, the upper part, then suspect there's a problem with the liver. Sometimes you may find that your body is generally itching. You feel like scratching everywhere, and especially inside your hands or inside your under your feet. Then this can be an early sign that your liver is complaining or your liver is crying for your attention. The itchy skin is because of the buildup of the bile acids in the body. So this causes your liver, this causes your body to feel like itching and you feel like scratching everywhere. The liver is not filtering the blood well. So that accumulation of wastes in the blood is actually what is causing the skin, the whole body, and particularly the hands to itch. Another sign that will show you that your liver has a problem is dark urine, dark yellow urine. Your urine color should only be dark yellow when you are under medication. But when you are not under medication, then that dark yellow urine should show you, or should be an indication of a problem either with the kidneys or with the liver. But for this particular day that we are talking about, the liver's crying, then suspect when you're having dark orange or dark yellow urine that there could be, and you're not using any drug, then you could be suspecting a liver problem. Yellowing in the eye, which in other words is called jaundice, is also a sign that your liver is suffering. So check on the color of your eye, either using your mirror or using somebody else who is closer to you, maybe your partner, your friend, to check for you the color of your eye. In advanced stages, you'll find that advanced liver complaining, you'll find that such a person now starts vomiting blood. That is really advanced stage. And then the stomach now starts swelling. Even if it is a man, then you find that the stomach is abnormally swollen. Then that is an advanced stage of liver problem or liver disease. And this can call for very serious issues, because if a fatty liver disease, if it is not handled earlier, it may lead even to liver cirrhosis, which is a more dangerous stage of a liver problem that we should not allow ourselves to reach. Having understood what fatty liver disease is, having understood how it comes about, and having understood also how you can identify some of the signs that you have it, then now let us see what we can do to reverse the disease or prevent it from occurring. Dear viewer, if any food or herb would help the liver cells to detach itself from excess fats, then that would be a positive trend towards healing of the liver. So if any food of your choice, or if any herb would help the liver cells to detach from the fats that is surrounding it, then that would be the first step towards healing of the liver. So let us look at some of the things that we need to do that will protect the liver and also at the same time help the liver to reverse the fatty liver disease in case it has occurred. Number one, we need to cut down on starch. We need to cut down on starch. Of course, we know that starch is part of our food, but any time that your liver is crying, then the amount of starchy food should be reduced. Also check on sugary beverages, sugary foods. Those are no longer or should no longer be your friends. Yeah, when you know that drinks with added sugar will impact negatively on your liver, and already your liver is sick, then you need to help it or to assist it in its recovery process. So when you eliminate sugary drinks like sodas from your diet because of your sick liver, then you are actually assisting that liver to recover. Another thing that we need to check into is sugary foods like biscuits and a lot of pastries. Anything that is made out of wheat is also not good for somebody who has a suffering liver. Number two, which is very important also, it is time when you realize that you have signs indicating that your liver is suffering, it is time for you to stop drinking. It is time for you to stop drinking so that the liver is able to regenerate. The liver is able to take care of itself. The liver is able to heal itself back. Remember, dear viewer, that this is one of the major sieves in the body. So if you take in drugs, any drug shall be moderated, or any drug shall be detoxified in this liver. So when the liver is already suffering and unable to detox, remove toxin from the blood, and then you go on adding other pharmaceutical drugs, then now it becomes more dangerous for you, more unhealthy for you. Actually, you are now killing the liver, your own liver, with your own hands. So it is important that when you see signs of a suffering liver, then stop drinking and also assist your liver to heal itself. Major thing again is for you to help it clean up. Help your liver to clean up. So in the process of cleaning up, you need foods that are high in sulfur, and these foods that are high in sulfur will help the liver to remove the fats that are attached to it. So such foods include garlic, broccoli, and cauliflower. These are foods that now should form a part of your daily consumption, of your daily foods, so that you support your liver in its recovery path. So ensure that you clean it up, you help it to remove the fats that are already accumulated around the cells and tissues of the liver. Drink turmeric tea. Turmeric tea is also very important because turmeric, apart from the many benefits that it has in the body, turmeric will help you in assisting your liver to recover. Remember that when the liver is suffering from fatty liver, is surrounded by fatty liver, the cells become a bit rigid and tough. They lose their original form, and that actually causes some kind of scars on the liver tissues. So when you take in turmeric, when turmeric becomes part of your food, you'll be able to realize that the scars are able to heal. So turmeric will assist you in reducing the scarred tissues that has already been formed around the liver. Drink water. We had talked about water sometimes, and now for a sick liver or a crying liver, you actually need water, and water in good amount. So we are saying that at least 1 liter of water will help the liver in producing bile, and the bile will also help the liver in managing the fats that are surrounding it. So drink water, at least 1 liter, to assist the liver in producing bile that will help it also to in its recovery path, and also to emulsify the fats that are attaching to its tissues and cells. Add lemon to your water. Add lemon to your drink, especially when you're taking your turmeric tea. You can have lemon juice added to it as opposed to sugar. When you are talking about assisting your liver to heal itself, remember to eliminate any kind of sugar or added sugar in your drinks. So that will help you. And then again, stop any hydrogenated fats. Hydrogenated fats, even if you don't know what the meaning of the word hydrogenation, check on any solid fats, be it margarine, be it oil, but as long as it is solid, then it has undergone a process of hydrogenation. And when the liver is sick, you don't need, it will not be able to counter or use the solidified oils well. So go for oily, go for liquid oils, and especially olive oil will be good for you. Now let's look at other herbs that are also very important for the health of our liver. I will not stop before I mention milk thistle. Milk thistle is a very, very good herb for the health of our liver, be it that the liver is already sick or be it that the liver is just healthy. Dear viewer, embrace the use of milk thistle. Will assist your liver in its daily function, in removal of toxins, and also it keeps your liver healthy. Ginger cannot go unmentioned. Ginger is multi-purpose and it will help your liver health also. Turmeric we have talked about. Dandelion should not miss in as part of your herbs that support your liver health. So when you realize that your liver is complaining, actually embrace healthy eating and also embrace use of some of the 5 herbs that are good for your liver, so that you fasten that speed of recovery, so that the whole body can regain its health one more time. I will not stop before I share with you a verse from the Bible, that is 1 Corinthians chapter 10 from verse 31, which says that, so whatever you eat, whether you eat or whether you drink, do it to the glory of God. Do it to the glory of God. Having known how great our body is, having known how important God takes our bodies to be, then it is worth living, eating, drinking in a way that can give God glory in our bodies. Because when you have a suffering body, you not be able to serve God as is required. In the same book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verses 19 to 20, we are reminded that our bodies is not our own. Our bodies is not our own. We were bought at a price, and so we need to keep our body in optimal or in good health for optimal function. I want to end there so that we continue next time with the next level of how we can keep our body healthy. Thank you, viewer, for listening. Thank you also for watching. And if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and support this channel so that the message of health can reach other people and we can live as intended by God, our Creator. Thank you and be blessed.